What's up, guys? Cody with KAK Industry. This is a project that we just finished up. I know a lot of you guys have been anxiously awaiting. So this is one of our 22 TCM upper receivers. We've got about an 8.5 inch barrel, and then we've got a shorter 5.25 inch barrel. Barrels will be available individually, and they'll also be available in a complete upper. So I know a lot of the things people kind of gripe about with 22 TCM and an AR platform, at least, is depending on what type of mag conversion you do, you're kind of stuck with needing to use the 9R ammo, which if you haven't seen it, I'll roll a B-roll through and you can see the bullet is just like barely sticking out of the neck, and it's kind of goofy and it's a little bit harder to get. What I'm about to explain holds true also for our 7.62 by 25 Tokarev offering, which we have a 16-inch barrel for that, and then also a shorter, I believe it's a 5.25 or somewhere around there. So with these cartridges that have a lot more pressure than a normal pistol caliber, let's say 9mm for instance, you have to do something to address, you know, the bolt mass and how heavy the bolt is and everything like that. If you're running a buffer that's way too light, you could, potentially end up with a case head separation. What we came up with here, we did a lot of tinkering and a lot of T&E just to see what exactly would run the best in an AR platform. So what that turned out to be is our blue tip 10-ounce 9mm extended buffer. Obviously a 9mm bolt. And then we use a 308 carbine spring. So we have those available. They'll be added onto orders just to make sure everybody's getting the right stuff, because if you start tinkering around with, buffers that are lighter or springs that aren't as strong, you're gonna most likely start encountering shoulder flare. So the shoulder is gonna be blowing. When I say blow out, I don't mean like blow up, but it's going to be expanding, way before it should, meaning the bolt is, coming out of contact with the chamber before it should. The brass case is expanding with not enough weight behind it. So that's the solution. That's 4 tungsten weights in the 9mm or PCC 10-ounce buffer. And in combination with that and our AR10 308 carbine buffer spring, that has yielded the best results so far. So another thing with 22 TCM especially is, for a lot of conversions, let's say if you're running like a Uzi mag conversion, Colt stick mag conversion, something like that, you have to use the 9R ammo. So what we have been doing is using 9mm endo mag conversion in a Magpul PMag. This has offered, I guess, the best versatility and also the best functionality. So you can use whatever 22 TCM ammo you want with this. It does need to be slightly modified, which we have a separate video on how to modify this. And I know people are like, well, do a PPSH, mag block conversion or this or that, and those things, in our experience, they just aren't terribly reliable. We've tested this enough to the point where we're pretty comfortable with, the results. This is our about 8.5 inch barrel here. I've got this on a post sample full auto lower, obviously. Gonna let her eat. So another thing that's nice about the Endo mags, last round bolt hold open.